What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Fashion, powered by the JBT Network. And we made it to another season, y'all. This is a platform where we talk about sports, the culture, fashion, just everything in general. We just have barbershop conversation. Listen, I want to make sure y'all tell a friend about this, man. Share it, like it, subscribe to it, put your notifications on, all of that other good stuff. Because, I just feel as though we have good conversation here because it's not that generic fashion conversation when you talking about the way you pronunciate the word and all that other. We don't do that here. We keep it hood and we have fun with this, man. But once again, thanks for jumping on another season with us, and we can jump right into this, man. So a couple episodes back, we had a conversation about the AE tools by Ant Edwards and Adidas, and I'm here to say we might have jumped the gun on it, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. It seems like the silhouette of the shoe that they are dropping is way hotter than we thought it was going to be. We seen a little bit of a glancing image of what it was supposed to look like, but then we seen the full image. And then we started seeing some behind the scenes images. And I'm gonna go on record and say, yes, I was wrong about this one because I didn't quite see it coming together the way that how hot the ones were, the AE ones were with the low top and the high top. And it's hard for you to turn around and make, a follow-up shoe that the people care about. But Adidas might be onto it again, man, because we've seen, the leaked images. All this needs is a dope ass colorway to grab our attention and be like, ooh, they got another one. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna jump on the limb and say, I was wrong. Don't let us down, Adidas. And Edwards, he doing his damn thing out here in the playoffs. He giving havoc to the Lakers. What more you want me to say, man? The young boy has his moment. He took out KD last year. Now he's against LeBron, trying to make that work for him over there. I just think this is, his moment. And every athlete that's, kind of was the face of the league was always happened to be on a Nike athlete. But to see the changing of the guard and, it's a youth movement going on right now. And to see Ant Edwards with a secondary shoe that's hot again and performing the way he performs. And he's so authentically Atlanta, from the accent, he got a little bit of charisma, a little jokey personality. And I think it grasps to the kids where, the kids will be looking for this sneaker coming out. And I never really tried them per se performance wise, but they can be worn in the streets. And, you know, I say we wait on this one and see what we get out of this. Now, unfortunately, John Morant got injured. They out the playoffs now. They took a little sweep, OKC. But John Morant did debut his Ja threes by Nike. And I must say, I was on the fence with what they were gonna do with Ja, because Ja is a big personality. He's kind of taking the villain role with his stance with going against the NBA with the antics and trolling them, throwing the bombs and the guns and all of the other stuff. But in order to be a villain and people buy into the storyline, for Nike to drop this shoe and it actually separate themselves from the Giannis and the PG looking and the Durants and the LeBrons, because those kind of had a similar look, But this one right here, I like the texture, the way they put Ja, kind of like the Nike check, and they give him his personality. You know what I mean? I see a little textured type of material. I don't know what's to follow up with as far as colors wise, because I don't know why they would drop a pink. I don't know what pink is synonymous with Ja, but you know, it's a good shoe. Most of the time we say, it's hard for, athletes coming up to really grasp the attention. And Ja kind of had it after, they decided to part ways with Kyrie. Because Kyrie was the go-to shoe for the kids because he had the SpongeBob releases, all types of, and Nike decided, we're gonna part ways with him due to, his stance, political stance, or whatever the reason was for Nike to say, they're gonna move on from Kyrie. So they brought John to the fold. And then Ja has his issues in the public. So it's like they didn't really push his shoe as much as they would have. I believe based on, if he was, kind of like a blue collar citizen and didn't have to get the clean up with the PR type of situation. But this is a good start off in the right direction. I don't know if Ja's going to be the media darling and be the guy that's the role models for the kids because I kind of don't see it happening. But the shoe is in the right direction. If he buys into it and there's a campaign behind it, and Charles Barkley was the villain back in the day, and uh, what you call it, Dennis Rodman kind of was the same thing. He had a Nike deal with the Air Worms and the Air Darwin. So let's see how this plays out, man. I'm not too upset with the direction they have for Ja, but it has to make sense, man. But now that we talking kicks, man, I listen. I'm so hyped because I know y'all been on this talking about I can't get these sneakers. The sneakers app and Nike. So shout out to my man City. He reached out to me. He said, "Yo, brother, I got them Jordan 5 metallics for you, and that's what we got on feet today. The reimagined fives, the re-release, and my boy hooked me up, man. Definitely appreciate you. Always looking out. And if y'all, I'm gonna leave his contact down low. If he could hunt y'all down some shoes because he's been the sneaker connoisseur since shit high school time. So you know what I mean. Shout out to City, man, and you know on these dope pairs because there's only a couple of shoes that I said I actually want. Is these, and I still haven't got my Nigels, but we're gonna get to that, man, eventually. But let's jump right back into the conversation. It's a stance that's going on when it comes to fast fashion. When I say fast fashion, the power of the internet kind of changed regional fashion and the way we view, New York versus LA versus down south versus like dirty south. And you might have got like down south the Reeboks, and then up north you would got Tims and Uptowns and then Chucks in the West Coast. And but things kind of the lines kind of blurred when it comes to fashion these days due to the internet. And as well as Instagram and social media and all of that, because everything is more available to you now. But the problem for me is that I just think today's society, it's hard for people to buy into what they are and who they are. They're more caught up on I'm gonna dress what's hot currently, regardless if it's my look. People are losing the fact that the look and the personality has to all go together because it kind of comes off strange that you don't have a certain look for yourself, and it might not fit your body shape, your tone of your skin, whatever the case might be. But places like Boohoo, Fashion Nova, Pretty Girl, it seems as though they're changing the way that their garments are, and they kind of leaning into what's now. So you're seeing a lot of people with the graphic tee look, the vintage wrestling shirts and all that. So these locations online are kind of printing out what's popular right now without the actual hunt of it, without the actual, you know what I mean? What could I say? Just like the enjoyment of going out and really looking for clothing. So they're just bringing it to you. It's not here to last long. Even like this new money aesthetic, where you're seeing a lot of people that genuinely you wouldn't see them in like trousers and shoes, and it's kind of looking like you know they don't know where they want to land and why they're wearing it. And that's just my problem because even like the goth look back in the day, that was kind of like it was for the white guys with the nails painted and the makeup and all that. But it kind of seemed like it's in our community as well now, and it's like the Rick Owens and you know a lot of that shit is just here, and I don't know where it's really coming from. I know Baggy is back in, but you know some people just came off the Mary Way where them shits was tight as a hat. It was tight as a motherfucker. You could see dudes' calves through their jeans, so I don't know how you go from that to 100% baggy. So which one is you, or are you going along with the trends that's going on right now? See, for me, I've played and blurred the lines all around, but I've never been a skinny's guy, skateboarder look. I didn't never really get into that. I've always kind of been like, the athleisure aesthetic, Jordans and shit like that. I might tinker here and there, but I kind of stay in my lane when it comes to it. But I think people don't understand, or people not willing to formulate what they are and who they are in society based on, where they go, their expenses. Because people out here, they buying fake shit just to fit in. And the internet is making it harder because a lot of this fake shit looks so real. And then the kids, they don't care. They'll tell you, man, this is DH Gate, or this is, secondhand market, or whatever it is, dupes. They don't care because they'll tell you, I'm not spending my money on that because fashion moves so fast. The willingness to want to go out and pay for high end isn't there for these kids. And it's kind of like us just spending our hard earned money just to prove that, we are a member of that society, that high end society. When in fact, some of the richest people don't look like money. They don't spend their hard earned money on clothing. You might see them with a white shoe, a black shoe, and a brown shoe. And that's it. They might have three jeans, a black jean, a blue jean, and like a navy or something like that. And that's it. They not trying to do the most. The shirts are rotated, white shirts with jackets. I noticed that, the rich or the wealthy usually spend, a good price on pieces like watches and stuff like that, rings, stuff that really like, insinuate an adult, like a timepiece is kind of a staple that show like a feeling of wealth, I should say, but I don't know where we're gonna end up with this, man, because it's gonna be very hard that, as time evolves, where we're gonna land because the internet is going nowhere. And you got TikTok shop, you can shop directly off of Instagram. It seems like the art of shopping in boutiques is kind of lost, and a lot of brick and mortar stores are closing and they're going to the online. I kind of like the feeling of touching materials and seeing how they feel on me, and is this something that's worth the price point that based on the quality, will it be here for 5 years? Because I have a saying that if I could pull something out of my closet in 5 years and it means nothing to anybody, it's not a staple piece that should be in your closet. White tees and thermals and stuff like that, those are seasonal. Those could always go out, come in. They're accessory pieces. But when you get to like Letterman jackets and sweaters and hoodies of good quality, those things are going to be around. Jackets, stuff like that is going to be around for a period of time. So, it's just the evolution. I get it, but when it comes to the evolution, we always talk about, people stealing ideas and, borrowing inspiration, stuff like that. So I came across something about Nigo, right?
Nigo stole the idea for BAPE. Let me explain why. We just got a bounty on Top Drawer for
got his inspiration from BAPE. Or they said they copy straight up and down from something called FUCT. FUCT, right? And I could see the stark resemblance of where he would have got this influence from, him being a fan of, of the brand and having an eye for fashion. But people would say, he stole the idea and ran with it. I could see where they would say that and why they would say that. But my thing is, it's like, all right, if I have a vision and I see as though like I could play in this field, or I can take this to another level, and I might start out with an idea, I could see why they would say it resembles things. But then when we see where they ended up, right? Where it's known for a certain print, a camo print. It's known for that staple purple color. They did sneakers, they did jackets, plenty of collaborations. So me personally, I never heard of fuck, and I'm not upset that they spoke out and they had a feeling about what took place with that. And people really do their research and say, this wasn't right because this person started this and this person copied this at the full. I get it. But we could go down the line. Every brand has some kind of influence by another brand. Ralph Lauren, they've pulled. Gucci, they've pulled from Dapper Dan. You have people like BAPE pull from Nike and Uptowns. The cycle continues. It's just that I just think fashion is such a niche market, and a lot of the influence does come from like the military and kind of like cargo parachute pants and stuff like that. I think that's where the basis of most of this fashion should start. That's kind of in the streetwear facet. When it comes to high end, I think they're kind of losing the direction of what high end is based on trying to look crazy, trying to be extra. We're gonna see a lot of this coming up this season with the Met Gala and the black dandy kind of look, and we're gonna see a lot. But matter of fact, let's just touch on that right now with the whole, the black dandy uh gala for what's going on there at the Met Gala. And you got ASAP Rocky and a couple other brothers behind that idea. And you know, I think it's dope that, we get seen in a different light of black people of luxury and how we presented ourselves and back in the day, just being clean cut. So I think this is just gonna give us another light where, we might be hated more, but when you see a fashionable eye, you say a fashionable eye, we gotta talk about black people first. Come on now. They make it for the runway, we make it hot. And somebody like ASAP Rocky, probably I say one of the most fashionable guys that we have, and to see the rollout that they do have in all these magazines, whether it be Vogue, GQ, and they're starting to, ramp up the discussion of, the Met Gala coming out. I'm ready for it, man. I'm 1,000% ready to see what they got. And I just think, as black people, we deserve to get our flowers because we don't really get, the kudos that I think we should get by making, because fashion, even hip hop birthed streetwear and the way that we wore our garments. It's not created traditionally the way you see it on the runway. And this is kind of the play on that we have as, the culture to how we're gonna wear it. We might have blurred the lines a little bit, sagging the pants sometimes, and we might wear it extra baggy. We've evolved as people, but to see where it came from and then to celebrate that, and then the Met Gala have a starch black involvement in it this year. I'm ecstatic about that, man. I think that's pretty dope, man. But with that all being said, man, we have reached our favorite part of the show. It's fashion and clashing. Now, when we say fashion, that's I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Then it's fashion. Or it's what the hell is that? Get that shit the fuck out of here. Then it's clashing. Let's check out the first look. Let's see what we got.
Fitz from the streets, who I have a pleasure of speaking with.
Hey y'all, I'm Coco.
Hey Coco, you look absolutely amazing, as
Thank
always.
you.
Do you let the world know what you're wearing today?
Yeah, so these are well done jeans.
Okay.
These are Alexander Berman shoes. And
Yes.
this top is from Outkast.
Okay. How would you describe your style?
I think I'm very straightforward. I like simple pieces that like make a good moment. I don't like to do too much.
Yes.
And I think I like quality pieces that I could reuse over and over again. Get my money's worth.
I love that. Who's some of the most stylish individuals to Coco?
Rihanna, hello.
Yes.
Zendaya has great style. TianaTaylor.com, period.
Talk to us.
I really like Coco, man. I think she's like subtle, very pretty lady. This outfit is real calm, but I like the fact that she did the streetwear look with the shoes because I think, these days the femininity is kind of being pulled away from street fashion, and the way that she added the, shoes in it with the jeans and brought it all together. I'm gonna say this is fashion. I enjoy it. It's not doing too much, but it's not underwhelming. So I'm gonna go with this, man. Let's jump into the next look, see what we got. I think we've reached to the point where like the women are kind of doing athleisure or lounge wear just as good as the guys. Because technically this is just sweatpants with some sneakers and the top is kind of layered and switched around, cropped. But it worked for the look. It was giving me that real Kanye feel, that real Fear of God feel, kind of the urban aesthetic that's going right now. And I'm not mad at this. This can be I'm running outside to the store. It's not really a date fit, but I'm running the streets and I can get away with it. So I'm gonna say it's fashion. I'm not mad at it at all. It's calm. I'm gonna go fashion. Next look, y'all.
2 words for y'all today. Nordstrom Rack. I picked up these blue suede Jordan loafers. For this price, minus 25%. And they're still regular priced on the Gucci website. While today's look features slim fit stretch chinos with this double ring suede belt. And y'all check out the details of this beach themed patchwork Oxford. To quote Shanika, this came together rather nicely. Time to put my blue suede shoes on. But let me show you what else is in the bag from Nordstrom Rack. Yeah. They had these in brown as well. Again, I paid $206 for shoes that are listed on the Gucci website for full price. Christian Louboutin red bottom sneakers for 25% off of $247.97. Hey, can I show them your come hither boots? These chunky Dune boots by Christian Louboutin are on their website for $1,400, while Shanika paid $250. Which loafer coordinates better? Y'all can vote in the poll. Brown, blue. I'm a little partial to the blue myself, though.
Oh, G trying to give y'all some gems on the low, man. I'm not mad at this outfit at all. I'm gonna go fashion because I always say there's a level of confidence when it comes to adulting. When you have adult fits and you playing with colors, the shoes, I kind of like the brown ones with the fit more than anything. But I think age appropriate clothes also does work best with some people when they don't realize, like, you're kind of dressing out of your element or out of your age range. And this one was perfect. Nothing wrong with going to Nordstrom Rack and putting some looks together. And this is actually hunting down clothes and pairing them together and getting shit at a discount. So I'm not mad at this at all. I'm gonna go fashion. I'm not mad at the shirt either, man. It's a little bit loud, but sometimes you got to be loud and proud, man. So shout out to him. Next look, yeah. I'm on the fence. I'm gonna go clashing with this one. Something about it. It doesn't really do much for me. I like the accessories. I like the bag. I like the shoes. I like the glasses. But the jersey, I think is Martine Rose, and then the shorts. Some doesn't do it for me for this one, man. It's cozy. It's cool. It's trendy, but in a conglomerate, I don't see the jersey with the shoes how they kind of pair up, and it's kind of like an athletic look. But who am I? Next look, y'all.
Fits from the streets.
What good, bro?
Who I have the pleasure of speaking with.
Belly gang could ain't about your stomach, it's about your pocket.
Oh, what's up, man? I see the look. You let them know what you're wearing?
Man, hey, man. $100 white tee. It's my merch. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, what these here eat? My style. Nudie jean.
Okay.
Nudie jean. Throwback nudie jean. BB Simon belt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They look real dope boy shit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Throwback motherfucking, Yankee fitted motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Then the OG Tim.
Yes, sir.
Motherfucking album on the side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The streets is yours.
Yes,
The
sir.
world is yours. You gotta do it, take that motherfucker over. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, man. How would you describe your style?
Man, real original, real plain, real dope boy, real get money. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
I just want to get the money, fill my pockets up with a little, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A couple motherfucking D-boy knots.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time, bro.
Oh man, see, this is what I be talking about, man. Y'all let anybody in the culture, man, because this is just ridiculous. Like, we in 2025, we still sagging with white tees and BB belts and Timbs, and we calling it a fit because you got a Yankee head. This is definitely clash. This is hood. This is ghetto. I don't care what knots you got in your pocket. Come on, man. Tighten it up, clean it up, and put a little effort in, man. This is definitely clashing. I get it, it's cozy, it's clean, but like we too old to be sagging. Like nothing about that is entertaining, man. Pick your pants up. You got a belt on too. Next look. Clashing. I don't even know if I really got to say much about this. Y'all know. Come on now. This is kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to like, clown circus wear. It's like you wear the most outrageous shit for the attention rather than it be a good fit. And you did it because, you thought you had that shit on. Like, it's not 2005, my guy, with the stars on the shorts and where the hell is the pink bag? Yo, next look, y'all. Because he gonna piss me off. Next look.
Welcome to Speak Your Fit. What's your name and where you from?
Peace, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Badass.
Hello.
Saying from Brooklyn.
That
you know
part,
it?
big Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
Speak your fit to me, Joey. Describe your fit to me, brother.
Today I was just feeling a little calm, so I got the Docs with the Margiela collaboration on the feet.
Hello.
I got the LVs on the knees.
Sheesh, that part.
I was feeling a little artsy, so I put the Kid Super before the LV collab on.
Yeah, that
And
part,
then,
Joey.
This little handkerchief. I just found this during my quest today. Like
Revenge! Revenge!
I guess it's right.
Yeah.
And this the H&M Studio.
All right, good H&M studio. Let's get to the shades, Joey.
Sometimes you gotta be a baller on a budget.
Woo. Hello. Good Gucci shades on. Come on now. Hello.
Joey badass. Clean, subtle, nice jacket, paired with a calm sweater. Fitted in glasses always keep you cozy. Overall is a good fit. This is date. This is go out. This is meeting. This is I'm chilling on the block. This is all of that rolled up in one. So I really enjoy this look. And I'm gonna say it's fashion, man. Shout out to Joey Badass, one of Brooklyn's own. Next look, y'all. Matter of fact, last look. Rose tape.
Welcome to Speak Your Fit. What's your name and where you from?
What's good? I'm Ferg from Harlem, New York City.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got Ferg Kid, Big Harlem.
Come on now, you already see what's going on.
Yeah, speak your fit to me, Ferg.
So,
Describe your fit, brother.
Ferg Apparel, custom coat by me.
Woohoo. Hello.
Gucci denims, raw, savage,
Nice.
salvage,
That
and
part.
savage. My first art show that I did tonight.
Yeah, that part.
Chosen. That I am chosen. Bill Bling Bling by Eric the Jeweler.
That part. Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice, nice.
Light, unicorn
Hello.
white tee. Hey
Nice.
ho, double RL.
Yeah,
Talk to
hello.
me nice and don't talk to me at all.
What will older Ferg tell younger Ferg?
My father would tell me, keep going, son.
Rest in
You
peace.
got him.
Hello. Shout out to D Ferg.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Harlem. Uptown legend. What's your favorite restaurant? You can name one or multiple.
Jukebox right now.
Shout out to Jukebox. Okay, where can they find you on social media?
ASAP Ferg, everywhere.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother. Peace.
Yeah, I know I'm OD New York biased when it comes to a lot of shit. And I'm gonna let Ferg get away with this because, Fergenstein, Harlem's finest, ASAP Mob. He kind of does do a lot of reaching when it comes to, his layouts of clothes. But I'm not 100% mad at the cowhide jacket, and paired with the Gucci cuffs on the pants, and then the Timbs. I think Timbs are way overdone these days, but I get it. It's a New York staple. He had his first art show, presented that was kind of unique on the boot. So we gonna go fashion on this one, man. But that's all I got for y'all this week, man. Don't forget to rate, comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, forward that shit. Do something. Just don't steal the shit. Watch it and don't say or do nothing else on the back end. I'm your boy Remo, aka Mr. Restress. This is Let's Talk Fashion, powered by the JBT Network. Welcome back to the new season. And on that note, I'm out of here. Peace.